433-KIDS or visit BeTheBig.org to learn more. Mentoring changes lives. Will you be the one to step up?
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. John. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub, I'm full of water. I stay hot tub, stay hot tub. Gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it work. Stay hot tub, rubber tub and hot tub, rubber tub with me. Shake in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Will it make me sweat?
Yeah.
Shake in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Will it make me wet?
Yeah.
Well.
Man, it feels like heaven out there right now. Is it nice or what?
Good day for a hot tub.
Ooh, baby, I love it. And we got a special picker today. He is a picker like no other. The one and only Brian Norman from the great state of Louisiana, LSU Fighting Tiger himself, head baseball coach at Bozeman. And who brought you to this beautiful county? Who saw that talent that you had?
You know, the guy that did that was a brilliant dude to bring me to Big County.
He was highly intelligent, highly beautiful. I mean, he was something. Back in the day,
it was his
pretty.
wife. I'll tell everybody it was his wife's decision.
Is he still pushing that cart down by Sam's Club? Is he?
Yeah, he's down there. He's down there. Anyway, the one and only Brian Norman. Coach, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me on.
We had two special guests listening this morning. They spent the night last night. We went to the jump out, and Johnny went. How old's Johnny now? A year and a half? Not a year and a half.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's on that bout with the big kids. I'm like, he's going to get. I've got to be careful. But anyway, you should see him. I got so tickled. Now, Leighton and Laura, they can do any kind of flip you ever see in your life. It's amazing. They're great athletes. I mean, they take so much after me. It's incredible.
Jesus.
Why are you laughing?
Oh, there was something funny going on.
Anyway, and speaking of studs and superstars, I'm at the gym and I look over and I see this dang guy. I said, who is that? Women love him. Men want to be him. It's Jason Kovaleski. I mean, everybody at the gym just stops when you walk in. What is that?
I don't know. Maybe I stink or something.
Here's the thing. When Jason goes, does he work out or does he just sit and talk like you do?
He always tells me to get up. That's not a chair.
Does Hale work out?
No, not really. I have to go over there and check his pulse because he's all over the machine, just like.
I really don't work out, but I do. But we got a lot of friends down there, right?
Absolutely,
I enjoy it. The main reason we go. We met older people, and hell, now we're older they are. But we all sit around and talk. We go out and socialize together. Bill and Sue, they from Missouri. He was a superintendent out there, and they play. Alabama plays Missouri, so we've become real good friends with them, and a lot of other great people down there. But it's more of a. We do something. We do something. We do little things, and we don't. I don't do the weights like the old days or anything like that.
I tried to get you to jump in with me.
No, ain't no way. You'll hurt me.
Nah.
That sucker's strong as a bull. You hear me?
I believe it.
He's something else, man. And when he works out, his back, you can see the muscles through his shirt. I'm like, it's me and about 5 women sitting there staring at him. And the guys go, why are you looking at him? I said, I wish I could be him. Kind of like you, Wildcat.
Well, we all looked like that when we were young.
Yeah, that's true.
We were young and handsome.
He's older than you think.
I mean, you're sporting your new haircut. That looks pretty good.
So I said, I want it
pretty
short.
Good on YouTube,
I said, why does it look so weird on one side? It used to lay better. He said, I don't know if you got something's wrong with your head. So that's all he said. So I can't.
I'm just glad you don't dye your hair black like you used to with Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie did that to me one time.
Oh my God, that was a classic.
She's dead. They'll never know. I looked like Elvis when she got through. I had to go buy this other stuff.
No.
I wouldn't leave the house. I wouldn't leave the house.
You look like Elvis, but he's been dead for 25 years.
I love Elvis. I love it. Anyway, it was a beautiful Friday here. We got some picks to make later today. It's going to be tough, man. There's a lot of really good competitive football games. Brian can give us a little bit, Ryan Norman gives us a little bit of insight what's going on at LSU because we just expected a lot more production, especially on the offense side of the ball. I had them down as a team that could win the national championship. I also now they're going to harass me. I thought this summer, at the beginning of the year, Michigan wins the national championship. Ohio State wins it. I had a feeling it was going to be Penn State's turn, and just.
That was some bad food you ate. That was
I didn't get much sleep tonight before I said that.
I mean, on paper, it wasn't the craziest thing in the world. Everything they brought back, it's just seeing Aller and playing him and the things that Franklin's done in big games.
It's not the same.
Nah.
You got Coach Tanner? You might want to call him. I'm just,
He's probably waiting on you.
You don't wake up back there, do anything.
I was so involved in the conversation.
Yeah. He just texts me and goes, what's Wildcat doing? I don't know. Anyway, we're getting ready to have, hopefully, Coach Tanner on from Port St. Joe Tiger. What do we say? Go Tiger Sharks. Leighton and Laurel have made that a famous statement. You Tiger Sharks, get out there and support them. They got a big ball game going on. Who they got this week, Jim Bob?
I looked this morning. I don't remember. I'll be honest with you.
That's okay. I believe the Tiger Sharks have. They're at Chipley.
That's right.
That's going to be tough, man.
At Chipley.
As you know, that's going to be a tough place to win. That'll be a good game. I'm spitting all on myself. Brian Norman brought in a box of Krispy Kreme, and we can't mention the name of the company, but those Krispy Kreme donuts are actually wonderful. Warm.
You've had 3 of them.
I've had 2. Anyway, they're really. I'm not done yet, but they're outstanding. Let's bring them on right now. You were talking about the Tiger Sharks. Get down to Taco Bell. They do DoorDash, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And what do we say? Go Tiger Sharks. All right, let's bring him on, the head football coach, Coach Tanner Jones. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. It sounds like y'all starting Vulcan season a little early.
Ooh, baby, we got a sugar rush going on right now.
It's always Vulcan season.
Sugar rush.
I'm bouncing off the walls in here. They took our pumpkin out, too. Tell them people don't touch our pumpkin.
Yeah,
that really kind of upset me. Let's take something out of here.
Try to do something, make it a little festive in here. And
probably LSU Jeff probably tried to eat it. And on him.
Making a gumbo out of it.
Yeah. Coach, talk about last week. Give us a little rundown what went on, and then let's talk about this going forward.
We switched up our offense a little bit, went under center, ran some split back veer, midline.
Now you talking, baby.
Hey, we trying to make the fullback great again. So we, which I know Rutherford wasn't prepared for. I think speed-wise, it took a lot of their speed out, which was an advantage for them. Quarterback was 3 for 4, so we didn't throw it a lot, but when we did, we were effective. And defensively flew around. We got a little bit smaller on the D-line because we had to contain a quarterback that could run. And, we finally put 3 quarters of football together.
Let me ask you something. It brings back memories. Coach Bryant did that to USC. 1970, they came to Birmingham, wore them out. Bama was up high, split back, threw the ball to the field. Next year, nobody knew about it, and they came out in the wishbone, beat Southern Cal when they were ranked number 1. Do you feel guilty at all about doing that, misleading like that, not, calling, let the coach know we changed something up?
Not at all. No. I mean, you got to take every advantage you got.
Yeah, you got that right. I tell you what, I'll be honest with you. I was shocked at the score. Matter of fact, I listened to Kyle Vandegrift. I won't do that again. I kind of thought they might get you, and you guys had them ready to play. Good job. I can take my hat off. That's an excellent job by you and your staff.
Well, we surprised them. We came out 14. I would say the first drive was a 14-play, about 8-minute drive. First drive of the game for us. And we scored 7, and, they come back, they scored first play, the second drive, we score first play. Hit Zay Jenkins we faked read option. Quarterback fakes it, takes 3 steps, safety bit, hit Zay over the top for a touchdown. I said, all right, we got a chance.
Wow.
It's 14-7. If defense can stop them, we've got a chance. And like I said, but defensively, I would say we got the ball in great position, field position. Special teams had 3 touchbacks for us. We blocked a punt. They had a snap over the punter's head. I think everything that could go right for us went right. For the first time, that's always a great feeling when you're living right.
So the fact that you run split back veer must have made your daddy happy. Is he going to put any eye in too?
No, he wasn't even there. He was in Destin. He was in Destin with a bunch of Troy fraternity brothers of his. So he missed the whole thing.
You know what?
I had to go back and give him my play-by-play rundown. He's like, all right, how are you running midline? How are you blocking this? How are you doing this?
So you're going to borrow him for future games now?
Coach, well, we watched film together since then, and he's told me how many things we did wrong. So,
Coach Jones, I'm going to tell you right now, I want to apologize for your dad. That was wrong. That was cruel. If Jared was coaching, playing anywhere, I would have been there. Of course, now I feel different about my son than he does you. So, it's a little bit different love there. I've talked to him several times about you. So, you know what? It's a push. Never mind.
Yeah. When Jared was at North Bay Haven, you were on his staff, and you still wouldn't come to games.
Wouldn't matter.
Well, I think he gets more nervous than I do. I mean, I think I told y'all maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I fired him. I fired him twice.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to get off these headsets. I can't talk to you. You stand on the box, and now he wants to get ejected from games. You old guys are fiery.
Hey, honestly, this is a true story. Same thing. I think you were on his staff then. He didn't fire me, but he told me to shut up and get out of here.
Absolutely.
I was on the sidelines, and they're going to call an onside kick. I don't know. We're playing somebody good. I mean, he scheduled Baker. I'm saying, what are you doing? He didn't listen to me. I said, don't schedule like this. Oh, man, he said that they're down. We're going to make a lot of money. I said, you'll make some money, but he ain't down. But anyway, they're getting ready to do an onside kick. I said, what are you doing? Don't kick an onside kick. We got things going. You're getting the ball in midfield. What are you doing? He let me know he was the head coach and I was the assistant real quick. And I don't think I said anything else the rest of the year.
No, you didn't. I don't think you said anything at all. I
pouted the rest of the year. Anyway. All right, let's go to this game coming up. What do you think? Give us a little breakdown. Chipley's tough, man. Over there at their place. Jim knows all about Chipley.
Yeah. That's a good place.
I'm excited. I've never got to coach over there, never got to play over there. It's my first time going to that field. So I'm pumped personally. I'm excited for the kids. I think we're about as healthy as we can be. We didn't lose anybody last week, so that's a great sign. They got really good players. They got a good running back. Actually, 2 of them. I can't think of the kid's name. Number 1 for them. He's a receiver, DB, but he's the real deal. It looks like everybody's using double coverage on him, or at least bracketing him with the safety and a linebacker in his face. And but he's a good player. I'm excited to see what we can do. I think we've definitely played some good competition, and just add Chipley to the list.
Yep.
Well, give us a little rundown. What time you all leaving? Where you eating your pregame meal and all that kind of stuff?
We have one of the churches will be feeding us. So I think we're leaving about 5. That gives us after pregame meal about an hour to put in the wishbone for tonight. And,
there you go.
Make sure we got a couple trick plays up our sleeve, and we'll leave at 5 and to get there about 7:00 our time. Kick off at 8:00 their time, and hopefully the rain stays away and this weather stays just like it is.
Well, good luck to you. We'll talk to you next Friday. Tell all your people get down to Taco Bell because they love you, Tiger Sharks. I'm telling you.
Go Tiger Sharks.
Go Tiger Sharks. All right, Cody. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, sir.
Good luck, Coach.
Yes, sir.
We get back. We're going to try to we got the baseball coach right here in the house. Coach Brian Norman. Hey, what about baseball? You pumped up?
Oh yeah, we're playing fall ball right now. We're in the middle of our fall season.
Everything going smooth?
Everything's going great. I've got a ton of kids in my program, and we're doing well. So getting to know them. And
is Jeff helps you with getting everything like you needed?
Jeff's done a great job with the transition. I mean, he's been if I have a question, I call him up, and he's there. He'll answer anything and help me with what I need. But he walked away from the program and said he didn't want to have any influence on anything, and he didn't want to have his hands in anything. And he's been a really good resource for me to get everything going. But
and that's good.
Absolutely, the transition has been extremely smooth.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, and we're looking forward to baseball season. But right now, we got to get back into high school football. We get back, hopefully we get Coach Pedersen here. Oh, Lord, let me talk about some of our great people. We got so many wonderful sponsors. Let's start out with Taco Bell. All you Tiger Sharks in Panama, and we got 3 great locations in Panama City Beach. Of course, the one by the bridge. We got them everywhere. And the one in Callaway is outstanding, but the best is down there in Port St. Joe. All you Tiger Sharks, make sure you get out there. They got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They do DoorDash. Before the game, after the game, that's the place you want to go. Without them, they would be no Go Tiger Sharks. All right, let's jump into somebody else, one of my favorite people. We are in J. Michael's studios, the legendary J. Michael's. Yesterday's special was their burger, which is incredible. It's the seasonings they put on. It's the best, and I'm telling you, it's the best in Bay County. It's huge. Go check it out. But if you love seafood, today's special is it's healthy. Crisp fish. It's a bed of rice, onions and pepper, special sauce, and great grilled fish. It's outstanding. Go check it. It's really popular. They got the best shrimp you'll get. And if you love fried shrimp, this is where you want to go. It's like being in New Orleans. It is an outstanding. The great J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. Now, if you're over in Lynn Haven, you want to go see Pat Perno, the city commissioner over there, does an incredible job. His restaurant is second to none. Mosley played last night, so all you Mosley Dolphins, get out there tonight. Just stay and watch the college game that's going to be on tonight. Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles were on last night. You could have watched it there, Jay.
I did, unfortunately.
Yeah, I went to bed. It was 28-7.
No, they were winning. They played pretty well.
Yeah, but get out to Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. If you're out there in Lynn Haven, you just ate at Beef O'Brady's. I want to get Brian Norman a special gift because I want him to have a great year. What would I get? Where I go?
One of a kind. Custom piece of jewelry can be had at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77. 76 days until Christmas.
How many?
76.
Lord, I Leighton, you hear that? 76 days.
To get Paul something.
Yeah, I want something good this year.
Yeah.
Jason Kovaleski, a legend in this part of the state. The guy's incredible. Local. He can't get more local than this. His mother, 30 years at Bay High School. She was Ohio State scholarship basketball player. She's tennis expert. You name it, they can do it. Everybody's trying to get scholarships. You can ask Coach Norman about this. It's competitive like it's never been before. You're going against college athletes to get a scholarship now. It's not like going against high school. It used to be hard enough there going against players all over the country. You want an edge. If you're a parent, and we got a lot of parents listening to this in the morning. I know there's no school today, but get to Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Get a little edge. He can help you, tell you what to eat, what not to eat, what to take, what not to take. Jason, talk about it.
Yeah, we're located on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. We got a free sample bar at both locations, so you can come in and try products before you buy them, which is good, so you can kind of find the right fit for you. We also have our InBody 570, which is like a DEXA scan, so it tracks skeletal muscle, percent body fat, gives us your baseline metabolic rate, so it helps us, be able to cater kind of a diet for you and for what plan you need. So we have those at both locations, and we're also located in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Real quick, talking about healthy eating, tell everybody out there, sugar will kill you.
It definitely can. I mean, anything in moderation can be done. But, sugar wreaks havoc on the body. I mean, it causes insulin resistance. I mean, inflammation, cancer, it helps spread cancer. I mean, sugar's not great for you at all. If you want to lose weight, be healthy, and maintain a good physique and healthy energy levels, cut sugar out, man. And there's better alternative for carbs, more complex carbs like brown rice, sweet potatoes. Those are actually excellent for you if you're trying to fuel workouts and try to recover. But sugar's the enemy. If you have inflammation, joint pain, anything like that, try to cut sugar out, and you'll see it'll make a huge change in your life.
I don't know what this is all about. Just got a text here. I can't see who it's from. Get Norman a gift certificate to take to give to his new girlfriend. You got a new girlfriend?
It is
breaking news.
It's October, so yeah, I've got a new one for October.
76 days.
I told you, he's a legend in LSU. He was a legend coming out of that college. All right, we'll be right back. 104.3. Got Jim Brett, Brian Norman, Jason Kovaleski, and the one and only, the legendary Wildcat. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Wanted to be the voice of the Crimson Tide for more than 50 years. I finally am. Please don't get me fired.
But everybody wants to know, what's the difference? What is it like working for Saban and then working with Coach DeBoer?
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, mostly sunny and a high of 77 with wind 18 to 22 miles per hour out of the north-northeast. Mostly clear skies tonight, a moderate breeze and cool near 64. Sunny and 81 tomorrow. 82 and sunshine with a gentle breeze Sunday. Monday, sunshine and a temperature about the same at 85. This is your Friday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumberyard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the adventure going this holiday season in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Bill Bird Kia now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months plus a $500 APR bonus on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento during the big fall savings event going on now. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. It's the best family SUV with third-row seating space, providing extra comfort for the entire family. Bill Bird Kia, the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia S and LX models. $20.83 per month per $1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited. $500 APR bonus is applied as down payment and no cash value cannot be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 11/3/25.
The number one SEC call-in show is now twice as big. It's double the Paul Feinbaum Show. Weeknights starting at 6.
Okay, but also go faster.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Man, what a night. Thursday night for Bay County has been outstanding. Mosley gets a district championship, beats Niceville in overtime. Bozeman goes on the road.
No, it was a home game.
Just what I said. They were at home. And they took care of Destin 22 to what?
22-15.
22-15. Let's bring him on. In the first year, he's got that thing rolling over there. Coach Pess, how you doing, buddy?
Well, I was better till I started watching this film, so from last night. But I was really good up to this point. But no, I'm doing well. I hear you got Norman on there, so I'm probably doing better than you guys are.
Hey, Coach, I might be a little bit late to practice this morning.
Yeah. What else is new, Norman? What else is
new? We said we got to find somebody big, somebody important to come, do this. And he said, "Hell,
and they weren't available, so you got."
That's good.
I brought donuts. I had to bribe them to get me on the radio this morning.
Yeah, you bring donuts, we'll do anything. Hey, fundraiser, you name it, we'll do it. Well, give us a lot of names now. They want to hear their names. Talk about everybody that played well, and tell us what went down last night.
Well, it was a kind of we started slow, coming off of a bye week. We had a big win against Port St. Joe, and then we came into a bye week, which was great. We needed it, and then we came out a little sluggish. But I will say that offensively, the O-line played pretty well last night. They did some things that they didn't show on tape on us on defense, but I got to mention Jackson Tice played well at center, Carter Pettyjohn at our tackle, like all of them, the Roy Denton, Sanders, and Pinker, they all played pretty well. But I guess the bright spot on offense, of course, was Hayden Gay had a good night running and good night throwing, and as well as John Hanson and Evan Clements had a huge catch in the end zone to get the scoring started on probably a 35-yard pass. Got pass interfered and caught the ball somehow. I couldn't believe it. It was a great job on him, but he played pretty well. And then defensively, it was of course, Asher Burris is probably one of the best defensive linemen that I've coached in a long time. He did a great job, and he keeps saying he's our nose guard. He did very, very well. And again, John Hanson and Matt Montero played really well at safety because of what they did on offense. We needed him. That running back they had, number 5, he was the real deal. He was much better in person than we thought he was on tape. We knew he was good. Don't get me wrong. We knew he was really, really good. But, he had a different gear. So it was once we got kind of accustomed to the speed, we was able to stop them and had a big goal line stand to take before we got the ball to take it down there and score to win the game. But yeah, we were down. I think it was like 15-7 at one time, it was 15-7 at one time, and then we come back and played really, really well in the second half. Coaches did a great job. In fact, Norman's group in the secondary, believe it or not, played super. Played really, really well. So that was a good night for us on defense. Anytime you can hold somebody under, a certain number of points, it was good. We had 2 goal line stands. We made them kick a field goal one time, and then we had one that they went forward on fourth, and we held them. I mean, they were, Brian, what were they on, like the 2-yard line or something?
Yeah, I mean, they had first and goal inside the 5, and we held them, and they didn't score on it. It was a huge defensive stand there.
Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
So it was a good night for the Bucks for sure.
Yeah, especially, I mean, they went up on us 12-0 in the first quarter, and then the rest of the game they only scored 3 points. Our defense settled in. I thought they did a really good job of that. We shut down the pass. They couldn't throw the ball against us. We had several coverage sacks because we had them locked down, and I think our defense stepped up and our offense did what they needed to do to win the game at the end.
Was that a district game?
No.
Okay.
No, we saw that. I just look back on that Mariana game. It just makes me sick. But we start district play this week, or coming up this week with Rutherford, and then we have North Bay Haven after that. So we got 2 big games coming up for us.
Okay, well, yeah, big rival week coming up. Let me ask you this, and what do y'all think about? Could Destin be a good job? It looks like the money. It looks like it could be down the road. I know it's a newer school. Do y'all see that thing improving over there?
I do. Here's what I didn't know they were a charter school.
Oh, yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So they get that whole. They get the draw from everywhere. So, but yeah, they were. I think it could be a good job. I mean, Coach, this. As you grow up through this whole profession, everybody says if there's the word beach in the name of the school, you don't want the job.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, of course, you proved that wrong at Arnold, and so.
The one thing they forget when they usually say they got beach, they usually got a lot of money, too.
Right.
I was looking at that.
Yeah. But I will say this, I think it could be, and I think EG's doing a great job over there. The kids play extremely hard. Again, they just play they play hard, and like I said, EG does a super job over there, and I mean, they played such a tough schedule too. They're kind of like us. They play a very tough schedule, and I don't know. I mean, again, the money is probably very, very good over there. Well, I know it is in Okaloosa County because I was there for a long time. So
yeah. Well, let me ask you this: the district coming up, you got to feel pretty good about it. I mean, y'all right in there on this thing.
Well, we are, and I think that as long as we can keep our kids focused on, the 6 feet in front of their face and not get looking down the road, just kind of concentrate on what we are, because we got plenty of work. Look, Coach Hale, we could practice 6 hours a day. Seriously, 6 hours a day we could practice and only worry about us with the mistakes that we're still making. You know what I mean? Like we can practice 6 hours and not have to worry about anybody else. So we got so many things that we got to correct, but it's one of those deals that it's the kids aren't making mistakes because they don't know what to do. The kids are making mistakes because they're afraid of making mistakes, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
They're just instead of firing when they're supposed to fire, they're just kind of worried about doing the wrong thing. So once we get all that cleared up, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I think Rutherford, I watched them against Mariana, and I was scared to death, and I watched them against Port St. Joe, and you could tell they was just kind of discombobulated a little bit. So I don't know what Rutherford team that, I mean, I know they do a good job over there because I know Coach Canals and I know, Coach Floyd, they do a super job. So I'm anxious. I'm going to go watch them play tonight. I hadn't seen them play in person. Of course, I am a Rutherford Ram. Ram pride never dies.
Yeah.
And so it's homecoming, so I get a chance to go to the first homecoming I've ever been to at Rutherford since I've graduated. So that'll be pretty cool.
Well, Coach, man, we appreciate you coming on. I know you're busy. Great job last night. Love having you on. We'll talk to you next week, and we'll send a gift for you with Coach Brian Norman, okay?
All right, man. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, buddy.
You sound good, Brian.
All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, bye.
We got you set up, man.
I
When
know,
you
right?
retire, you can walk right in here.
Exactly.
I can walk out the door.
I'll take over for you.
That sounds good.
We'll still call it the James Hale Memorial Radio Show.
All right, sounds good, brother. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. I will be there at 2:30. I cannot wait. And you, Brian, you love this place too. If you're an LSU fan, wear your shirt proudly. That Cajun place, they open the doors at 10 o'clock for brunch on Saturday and Sunday. But on Saturday, you get your place, you watch game day, they make their picks. Then you're sitting where you want to be. You got your own little favorite TV, part of the restaurant there. You get 50-cent wings and $5 pitchers. You cannot get that anywhere. Anywhere. You want to save money, have a great time, great meal, that's where you need to be. This weekend, there's so many people on the beach from out of town. It's going to be crazy in there. You're going to see all kind of different. You see Big Ten, SEC, ACC. I even see some Big 12 shirts in there.
Yikes.
We feel bad for them, but we have a great time there. It's a great atmosphere. Rick does a great job, and of course Jan, Trudy, they own it, and this is their way to give back. We know in the summertime it takes an hour to get in there at least because it's just packed out all the time. The food's that good, but they love LSU. Now, if you're a Saints fan, on Sundays, when they kick off the ball, same thing, same deal's going on. You score a touchdown, you get a free Jell-O shot. And when LSU's playing, we got to hold Brian Norman back sometimes. They score a touchdown, get a free Jell-O shot. We got to get you in there.
Oh, yeah, I tell you, I've been in there several times on game day and enjoying those Jell-O shots, man. Enjoy those Jell-O shots.
All right. I love it, man. That Cajun place. All right. Also, I would take this seriously now. You females out there, you got to worry about two things when it comes to cancer: breast cancer, skin cancer. They get it more than anybody. Protect your skin. If you're getting up there in age, you did the damage way back in the day. So if you're young, cover your skin up, put suntan lotion on. Don't get sunburned. Don't do it. The worst thing you can do. If you're listening right now, throughout the Panhandle of Florida, Dr. Ward has an office there. All it takes is 5 minutes. It save your life. The guy is outstanding at what he does. Great surgeon. Dr. Ward, listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30 right here on the ESPN Northwest Florida. Also, newbies. We have four. Yeah, I hold off on that. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Congratulations, Mosley Dolphins, on a district championship. 3 straight years in a row, I believe. That's incredible. Be right back.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
You can't fix stupid, but you can divorce it.
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
And on behalf of 70% of the Alabama fan base,
Feel the burn.
we want a damn divorce.
The Red 7T's studio line.
You cannot give LSU extra opportunities.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida.
He has not turned the ball over.
Get in the game.
CBC Construction is looking for a few good men. At CBC Construction, our greatest strength lies within our talented team. Join us and be a part of a dynamic company that values its people. We offer a tremendous opportunity to create a future for your family and the Florida Panhandle. CBC Construction is now hiring. Call us at 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com to learn more. CBC Construction. Be part of a winning team.
Are you looking to invest in rare coins and precious metals? Well, look no further. Coin and Bullion Reserves is Bay County's trusted source for rare coins and precious metals. Located in the heart of Panama City, our showroom is stocked with a vast selection of gold and silver bullion, rare coins, and currency. Whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned collector, we have what you're looking for. Our sales staff has over 50 years of experience to help guide you through your purchase. Come and visit Coin and Bullion Reserves today and build your collection with confidence.
We're proud to bring you the most popular cars in the world, like the stylish Camry and the sporty Corolla. Get award-winning style and 1.99% APR on a new Camry, named the best new model by Kelly Blue Book. Plus, you get 90 days until you make your first payment. Curb appeal comes standard on the new Corolla. Designed to wow from the inside out. Get 3.49% APR plus 90 days until your first payment. Panama City Toyota, your Camry and Corolla headquarters.
Offers end November 3rd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com for details.
You don't know what his problem is.
Quit moaning, we're all hurting.
But it's probably hard to pronounce and untreatable.
That don't feel so good.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Missing a cue. Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! I always miss that. I always screw that up. FSU, huge game, Saturday morning, 11 o'clock, Pitt. They can't let one loss turn into two. Let's talk about their sponsorship, Newbies. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. They got 4 great locations. Newbies, too. I remember about 10 years ago, you had your LSU shirt. There's still a picture of that. We're all down there.
Julie just posted it the other day. Like
We were all, I think you were there too. We were all down there at the Newbies 2 on the Curve, and it was for, I think, the 2:30 kickoff game. We had a lot of people. We had a great time. But get out to Newbies 2 on the Curve, watch all the games, head on down to the mothership. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment for you every weekend. And we got the new one in St. Andrew. That's Glenn's favorite place. If you're over in town and you don't want to come to the beach, go over there. It's on St. Andrews. You can't beat it, man. Sit outside, look at the water, have a great time. Get out to one of the 4 Newbies, have a wonderful time. We love John and Charlotte. They're always giving back. And say a little prayer for John. He had a little work on his hips. He's doing. Have you seen him? He thought it was his back. He's had some hip issues.
Okay.
But what a man.
Yeah.
All right, Jim Bob, what do you got for us today on that Florida State?
Well, as you correctly said, Ohio State. Florida State is to the point in the season where they can't slip up. They got 2 conference losses. I talked about that the other day. They got a lot of teams in the ACC ahead of them. I think at 10. So they can't afford the losses. So you say, well, what's the big deal? They're only playing Pitt. Well, Pitt's 3-2. Florida State's 3-2. And Pitt is averaging 41 points on the season and giving up 19. So they're not a pushover by any stretch of the imagination. Their head coach, Pat Narduzzi, does a really good job. They're always aggressive. They always play hard. It's going to be a tough game. I think the one big advantage, breaking this down a little bit this morning and yesterday, with the stats and stuff, which I like to do, Pitt has given up in 5 games. They played 5 games. They've only given up 331 yards rushing. That's 66 yards a game. Now, if you don't know anything about football, you're only giving up 6 yards a game rushing.
Pretty good.
That's really good. Yeah. I don't care who they're playing. They're doing something right. Okay. Now, the other side of that coin, Florida State runs the ball really, really well. They're averaging 295 yards a game on offense. Gus put his system in, and it seems to be clicking. They're running the ball for sure. So you got one team giving up 66, another one averaging almost 300. They both can't win. Somebody's going to have to win that part. I think that's going to be a big part of it. That turnover, the normal stuff, turnovers, penalties. I think if Florida State gets ahead and get a little confident, that's going to go a long way. We've all coached in here. We've all played in here. You don't want to get, you've lost 2 games in a row. You get behind and you go, oh, here we go again. You want to avoid that if you can. So a fast start for Florida State, for my opinion, is what they really going to need to do. But it's going to be a tough game. Nobody thought Virginia was any good either.
Right.
We were talking about this about 2 weeks ago. Oh, Virginia. Well, how'd that turn out? So, like you said, you don't want to take 1 loss into 2, and they can't afford any more losses, Florida State, if they want to go where everybody thinks they could have gone after beating Alabama. So, we'll see. We'll see.
All right. 11 o'clock kickoff. The tickets are going like $20. That's not a good thing.
Right.
Your fans out there, you got to go. A lot of people have given up. There's no way they can get in. You don't know that. College football has been crazy this year. Yeah. When half of your top 8 losing all in 1 week, there are going to be a lot of upsets this week.
Yeah, there will.
You can't think that way. You need to be there because it helps in recruiting, helps with even getting people to transfer in. You need to go support them. You need to make it loud. They've got to win this ball game, and they got to get back on a roll. If they went out, I guarantee you, they went out there 10-2, and everything goes crazy during college football season like it has been. They're right in it.
Yeah,
they're right in it.
They lost to Miami. Miami's going to be top 3. I don't see anybody
and Virginia's ranked.
Virginia's a solid team. That's not a terrible loss. Ohio State lost 2 games last year, won the national championship. They lost to an unranked Michigan team that was 7-5. everything's in front of you. You just got to take it one game at a time. But they can't do what we saw with Penn State. You can't have one loss turn into 2 losses because you have a hangover and you didn't come in and take this team seriously. Because Pitt can play. I mean, Narduzzi was a tremendous defensive coordinator at Michigan State. Right. He's well known for his defenses. You got to come out, establish the run. Don't turn the ball over, because that was really the difference in that Miami game. It just really didn't give them a chance. Miami dominated that game for 3 quarters, but you got to get Castellanos going in the pass game. We know they can run the football, but they got to be two-dimensional and be able to throw the ball as well. So I see this as a good opportunity for Florida State to get everything right and get back on track. And who knows what happens. We've seen chaos every year with whether it's 4 teams, 12 teams for the playoffs, there's always some chaos that happens. And with the SEC being so muddled in the middle, all these teams are, 1, 2, maybe 3 losses. There's an opportunity, and we don't have really a group of 5 team that separated itself this year. There's no Boise State that's running the table, so they may not even get a team in now. So you may see 2 teams from the ACC. You just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other and getting better every single day.
And here the line is Florida State -10, and over and under is 57.5.
57.5. I don't know if I'd go over there.
Yeah, I'm taking the under on that one.
I'd stay away from all that. 10 points is pretty.
Yeah, 10 is high. Yeah.
Mariah's got a lot of family, big Pitt fans, and they have a history of upsetting people. They're a tough physical football team.
Oh, there's no question.
Like you said, I didn't realize about their defense versus the run. That's good.
Either.
Yeah, the key to Florida State for me is they just got to stay with who they are. Don't try to be cute. Go out there and do what got you. Those early season wins. Play great defense. Control the clock as much as you can on offense, and don't try to be cute and just go out there and play solid football.
Brian, they had it was the ESPN. I always cover ESPN, CBS, and Saturdays Down South. They always do week-to-week bowl games. One of them, I think maybe 2 of them, had LSU and Florida State playing in the Gator Bowl. And I said, I don't know if people show for that or not, because we played each other twice. I went to one in New Orleans. That was fun. But then Jerry Pritchett said, yeah, they'll be there now. They'll
the
show
FSU
up.
Fans will show up for sure because they own LSU lately.
We got to get the FSU fans, get out there, go to the game, support them. Nothing's done. And you made a great point. I will never forget this. It shocked me. Everybody watches every year. Ohio State, Michigan playing. You watch the game. They get beat. I looked at Ron Day's eye. I said, he's going to stroke out. I worry about his health, mental health, everything. They had a team meeting. They got together, and everybody said, they're done. It's over. You hear me? They're through. That was their second loss. And Michigan wasn't very good.
Yeah.
What happens? They had that team meeting, and they came out and played better football than anybody in the history of college football. They did something that never been done. That's what I'm saying. Don't give up. Never give in. Never quit. Keep fighting. Good things can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. They haven't lost since. I mean, that comes from the culture also within the locker room. Caleb Downs was a huge addition, not just because of his talent.
Thank you very much.
But because he's a
Thank you. We also just take our quarterback too.
We did, and he's been tremendous. If you didn't notice,
we did
completing 80% of his passes and leading the nation. But thank you.
Who told you about him when he was coming out of high school?
You did, of course.
You watched the tape.
You're
was
the
right
same
there in front
person that thought Drew Aller was going to win the national championship.
Thank you for pointing that out too. It's a balance. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. Yeah.
Anyway. I will say this: Penn State's still a dangerous team. And people that are sleeping on them and thinking, they're just going to roll over and lose 5 games, they have talent. On offense, on defense. They got 2 of the best running backs. Aller's still a decent quarterback. I don't think he's elite. But let me
ask you something, and you help me with this too. If y'all heard some of these experts, they're like us. They get in and talk about things just to maybe get some eyeballs.
Create entertainment.
Yeah. But would he leave and take a job, say, at Virginia Tech?
Who are we talking about?
Franklin. Yeah, he was in the SEC before Arkansas. He's making big-time money.
Like the third highest paid coach.
You can win a national championship at Penn State. Why would you leave that? And they're saying because the pressure, they don't believe in him. They do. Now, they are hard on him. When he goes off that field in the tunnel, even at home games, when they loses, they're hard on him. There's no doubt.
You know why there's pressure there? Because they give him everything he needs to win national
championships. But that's what I'm saying. Think about this. Don't say no. Think about it a minute. Would you walk away from it and say, hell, they don't want me here anyway. I can go coach Virginia Tech. If I do what I do here, I'll be a hero there. I do this at Arkansas, I'll be a hero. I did it at Vandy. Is there a point where you go, heck with it. I can't win. These people, no matter what I do, I'm going to pull out. Or you say, you know what? No, you pay me my $80 million you owe me.
Yeah.
Now, me, I want the money.
Well, coaches are competitive, and it's very rare to see a coach take a step backwards and step down.
So you're saying, okay, Arkansas people, y'all hear that? It's the LSU guy talking.
I would love to have an opportunity to win a national championship. I don't think Arkansas has the funding, the support, the NIL, and definitely not Virginia Tech. I think the ACC could be like a wounded dog. It could be dying here soon, and I don't know if Virginia Tech makes the cut if it be going into the SEC or Big Ten if we're going to a super conference. So you got to be very careful how you pick these jobs nowadays. You better have NIL support. You better have support from the administration, because if not, you're not winning in this era.
You got to understand his background, too. He's from Pennsylvania. He played college football in Pennsylvania, like Stroudsburg State or something like that. He's a Pennsylvania guy. I don't see him going very far west at all. I just don't. What I think needs to happen, maybe it's already happened, I don't know. If I was at Penn State, he needs to come to Jesus meeting. Say, listen here, James, we've given you everything that you need. What else do we got to do to make this happen? And if it doesn't happen, they need to get rid. You don't think other people would line up to coach at Penn State? Are you kidding? Of course they would.
And they're a play away from playing for the national championship last year.
They were.
You know, we forget that.
But I watched them play, and I watched a little bit of that UCLA and Penn State. Oh my God, they were sleepwalking. That was pitiful.
You guys know
that
this.
That was pitiful.
You got to know this. Y'all have done it. You've been there. You think of your family, too. Your kids having to go to school, your wife, what they hear.
I mean, Ryan Day went through it. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, he talked about it. He talked about the pressure, talked about, and
then looked how it worked for him.
Yeah. It worked.
But no, if I'm, I'm kidding. If I'm Franklin, though, regards to all that going on, all the negative stuff, I'm like you can't walk away from Penn State. No. That's too good of a job. It's
one of the upper echelon
jobs. You're in the Big Ten. That's as big as it gets. I mean, that's a blue blood there. You don't walk away from that. So all the experts in different parts of the world saying
they need an elite quarterback.
The only thing I could say, if I could see him, if he did change a job, it'd be maybe like a USC or maybe like an Auburn, somebody that could win titles. You know what I'm saying? That could pay him that amount of money. That would give him the support.
He's proved to Auburn he can win. I mean, he went into Auburn and won with Penn State. He would win at Auburn. He won at Vandy.
People don't realize how toxic fans have become.
I'm going to tell you what,
everybody's
guys,
an elite
that
coach.
Auburn job is a great.
Oh, for
you
sure.
win, it's a great job. You lose, good luck. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We got so many. It's amazing. We love all of our sponsors. I tell you, they're wonderful people. We've been together for years, man. Jason and I started this thing 10 years ago. Dr. Chad Mitchell, same thing. 26 years on Bay County sideline. The guy is a legend around here. People come. I'll never forget. Cheryl called me from Montgomery, Alabama. Cheryl Otter, and she goes, "Can you Chad Mitchell? Can you help me out? Can you get me in there?" I said, I'll see what I can do. So I called, and we got it arranged. He did operate on her, and she's in hog heaven. So this guy's incredible. He does that. He was one of the first doctors ever trained in robotic surgery. He can do it the old-fashioned way. Listen to Chad every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida, and you'll never see another doctor give up the time like he has. 26 years on Bay County sidelines. And one of my favorite people all time, Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason is incredible. Local, he graduated from Mosley High School, starts his business. They've expanded throughout the Panhandle of Florida. I saw a truck yesterday in Bay Point, right down there by Jared's house. They are the best. Stevenson Air Conditioning. What's so great about them? They're honest, hardworking people, family-owned. They do what they tell you to do. Jason's got one new unit for the store. He got one for his house. Chad Mitchell's the same thing. If you're going to get something worked on, heating and cooling, don't go national. All these things you see on TV, the heck with that. You go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. You'll be glad you did. Believe me. Also, one more, Steve's Bike Shop. Steve's a great coach.
The man.
Bershaw is the swim coach at Mosley. Incredible. He's a good guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like him. He's a really good man. But no wonder. They've been in business since 1979. Think about that. They've been in the same business since 1979. They're that successful. Wonderful people, great relationship with people. People trust him. They got electrical bikes. They got the old-fashioned. They got new used. They don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. I was in Birmingham over in Homewood. The exact same bike was $3,000 more up there.
Wow.
Well, that's a real rich area, and that little main drag there was incredible. What anything costs there. Anyway, they're right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street, Steve's Bike Shops. Locals taking care of locals, just like Wildcat. For your personal needs, female products, anything you need, Wildcat. I'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver!
We bring you the biggest games every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night.
Oh, he's got the first down!
Plus, we'll broadcast more college football games than ever before.
He did what?
Live NFL and college football play here.
Unbelievable!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, mostly sunny and a high of 77 with wind 18 to 22 miles per hour out of the north-northeast. Mostly clear skies tonight, a moderate breeze and cool near 64. Sunny and 81 tomorrow. 82 and sunshine with a gentle breeze Sunday. Monday, sunshine and a temperature about the same at 85. This is your Friday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
The Angel House Bereavement Center invites you to the Cal G Squires inaugural golf tournament at Bay Point. Tee off Friday morning on October 31st to support Angel House, a 501c3 nonprofit helping children, adolescents, and adults struggling with the pain of life-altering loss. This will be a special day with costumes, prizes, and lunch from Abram Seafood. To sign up or get more information, go to the Angel House Bereavement Center Facebook page or angelhousebci.org.
Better buckle up, Buttercup. There are no participation trophies here, just pure sports. The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michael Studios.
Gen Z snowflakes.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Glenn would say, "Payday."
There you go.
Payday. Oh, we got another tornado in here.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it rolling. High school picks. This one on the road. Arnold on the road. Since Griff's been back, they're a totally different team. They play hard. They get, and that's not. Now listen, that's no cut to any other coach on that staff.
No,
it's not. It's just
not.
different.
It's just different
when the head coach is there. When he's not. It's just it'd be that way at any school. And they had some great assistant coaches there, so I will say that.
Yes, they have had some great assistant coaches.
Yeah, one left, went to Bozeman, and it hadn't been the same.
Nope, all falls apart.
Did you feel guilty? We hired you. We brought you here.
Look, my time at Arnold, I've done 10 years total at Arnold High School, some of the best years of my career. And
you saw some things you thought you'd never see.
Absolutely. I've been in some fun coaches meetings and everything else too. But when Kevin Pettis got hired at Bozeman, he said I was the first guy he called, and I said, no, I'm not leaving Arnold. And then about an hour later, I heard that Jeff Patton retired. And so, I always said that the baseball job at Bozeman would be one that I would go for, and I couldn't pass up that opportunity.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Good move.
Yep. Jason, we're going to start with you.
All right.
Arnold on the road for Walton Beach.
I do think Griffith's made a huge difference on this team. I think they're playing well. They got a big win last week, and I got Arnold.
All right. We got Jason Kovalevsky going Marlins. Jim, you coached there for a long time. But you know what? We're going to throw all that away. I throw it out the window. We got to beat each other. We're in competition right here. Arnold on the road. This is a key word, on the road. Fort Walton Beach.
My turn?
Yes.
I'm taking Arnold. I looked this up because I didn't know anything about Fort Walton Beach. They're 1-6.
Yeah.
So they've struggled a little bit. They're not what they used to be. I'm going to go Arnold.
Arnold High School. Brian Norman, who you got?
So when you look at the stats, Arnold's scoring 16 points a game. Fort Walton Beach is averaging 12.9 points a game. Arnold's got an advantage there. They both played Walton High School. They both beat Walton High School. It's the only win that Fort Walton Beach has on their schedule. Arnold's 2-4. Fort Walton Beach is 1-6. I think the big advantage Fort Walton Beach has is that it's a home game for them, and Arnold's having to travel over there. But I'm gonna give the Marlins my pick.
Griff is back. Arnold wins.
Two of those losses are to Bluntstown and Choctaw.
Right.
Those are two of the best teams in the
And when
state.
you look at it, Arnold gave Bluntstown the best game that Bluntstown has had
I
all
was at
season.
that game. I'm telling you, the first half
Yes.
they played, they did a great job, no doubt.
Yes.
All right, this is Bay High School at West Florida, but it's not the old West Florida.
No, it's not.
And we got a new Bay High School team.
I was going to say, this isn't the old Bay High either.
Ooh, baby.
Give me my Bay High Tornadoes.
Jason got Bay big. Brian Norman.
Yeah, I got Bay big. You know, Bay's averaging 40 points a game. I think they're going to continue to roll.
Jim Barrett.
Oh, Bay, all the way.
Bay all the way. The champions, Bay High School. No doubt about it. They are county champs, right? They beat Mosley, right? And they
Yes.
beat Arnold.
They beat Mosley. They beat Arnold.
That's enough right there.
Yeah,
That's enough.
they've got it.
Yeah. I got Mosley. Y'all all had Niceville. I remember that.
Nah, we would all pick Mosley.
Everybody got Mosley.
That was a close game. They went to overtime.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations. Coach gets another district. That's 3 in a row for him. And I tell you, since he's been there, that place has turned into a powerhouse. You know, school of choice, we wondered which school would take advantage of that. It seems like Mosley is the one. But I tell you what, though, I just said that, and I just remember Bay beat them.
Yeah.
So who's the king, Bay or Mosley?
I think right now you got to give it to. I mean, head to head, Bay beat Mosley. So
Jim, who's the king of Bay County?
Well, based on that, you got to go with Bay.
I mean, this year for sure.
I haven't seen Bay in person, but they beat Mosley, and I've seen Mosley. Mosley's pretty good.
Mosley's been carrying the torch for a couple of years, but this year Bay High it kind of surpassed them with that win head to head.
Okay, now,
but it's fluid. Every year it's different. You get different players. You got different quarterbacks coming in. I mean, so Mosley's got them a couple of years, but Bay High got them this year. So this is kind of turned into a really good rivalry in the county.
Yeah, you got to go head to head. All right, Rutherford versus North Bay Haven. Homecoming for Rutherford. This one, North Bay Haven's improved. That coach has done a heck of a job.
Just had a big win over Marianna.
Yeah, great job, Coach. Who do y'all like? North Bay. I'd start with Jim. North Bay Haven, Rutherford.
North Bay Haven's played really well. What have they won? 3 in a row, and we didn't expect anything. They kind of been dead man walk because there's so much turnover there. They finally got a coach that seems to know the job. And Rutherford took one on the chin. So do they respond with a big effort? It's homecoming. I don't know. You got to figure Rutherford's got more athletes than North Bay Haven, and if they're at home. So I'm gonna go Rutherford. I'm gonna give them a shot.
Got the Rutherford Rams getting a homecoming win. Jason Kovaleski, what is going to happen?
So is Rutherford's homecoming?
Yes.
I hate that for him. There's always some distractions. I do think Rutherford's going to bounce back. Poor St. Joe, like Coach just said, they put in some things new that they haven't seen before.
He was tricky. He was tricky.
He's tricked them really good.
With
but
I'm
going to take Rutherford and their athletes. I think North Bay Haven's done a great job. They deserve a lot of credit for everything they've been through. Those kids stuck with the staff, and they're playing hard. I think this is a super close game, but give me Rutherford and those athletes.
All right, let's talk to the man that's been over there.
Yeah.
North Bay
This
Haven.
is the real pick here.
Who's going to pull this off?
I talked to Rutherford's offensive coordinator last night for a while, Matt Canals. He's a great guy, great offensive coordinator. And talking to him, they struggle with their offensive line. Rutherford's offensive line has been a weakness for their team. And you know how hard it is to win a ball game if you don't have a good offensive line. I think North Bay Haven is got some momentum right now. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think North Bay Haven by a field goal.
There you go.
No, I don't feel so good.
I know we're not changing. We don't allow changes.
Okay,
we do
last
not
week,
allow unless it's
he
me.
calls in after the show's over. Hey, I want to change my pick on Miami.
Break
out the pencil.
It's still halftime. Can I still change my pick?
They're down 38.
I'm going to listen to you since I got the call last. I'll go North Bay Haven. All right, Walton. Walton versus Pensacola Catholic, and we all know the private schools.
Catholic.
Everybody going Catholic.
Yes.
Okay, peace.
Walton just lost to South Walton, I believe.
That'll be a blowout.
Okay, Catholic.
In my opinion.
Vernon at Holmes County. Good luck with that.
Holmes County.
Holmes County.
Yeah, I played. I've coached against Holmes County this year. They've got some dudes on their team. It's Holmes County all the way.
I picked Vernon one time and they lost 48-0.
This one's tough now. This one's tough. We got a coach that does tricky things. He's going on the road to Chipley. Chipley, man. Jim coached there. Jim, I'm going to start with you. Who you got this one?
Chipley's a tough place to play when Chipley's good because they support it. It's a one horse town, and all the places I've coached. And no offense to it, that was probably one of my favorite places to coach because as a coach, that's the kind of environment you want.
Right.
Where they support your team, win, lose or draw.
Very similar to St. Joe, to be honest.
Yeah. Them and St. Joe are very similar. You're right. They're very similar. That's going to be to me, that's one of the best games of the whole shebang. Chipley got beat 16-0 by Holmes. I got to figure they're going to play with a little bit of fire in their tail. And I don't know if you can surprise Chipley with the veer because I already saw it. So I don't know what Tanner's going to pull out this week. I'm going to go Chipley close.
Who you got?
Man, I think that was a big win for Port St. Joe last week and gave him a lot of confidence. You know, he talked about, switching up the offenses to kind of suit his personnel. They're healthy. Give me Port St. Joe. Close. Tough place to play.
That'd be a close one either way.
I coached against Port St. Joe a couple of weeks ago. They've got some athletes. They really do. I think we were lucky because it poured buckets and that field was sloppy and that slowed down those athletes and that gave us a chance to win that game. I think Port St. Joe pulls it off.
Go Tiger Sharks. Go Tiger Sharks. Jim, if you win that, you're going to take the lead big time. All right, we got to take a break. I'm going to ask you guys off the air. We're going to pick Sneed. Real quick, everybody got Sneeds over Jess?
Sneeds.
Yeah, Sneeds. You know what I mean?
All right, South Walton, Freeport, big rival game. This is huge, man.
I think South Walton's rolling. I'm going to go South Walton.
South Walton.
Yeah.
South Walton. I like the coach at
Freeport scored a ton of points, but South Walton's a little different animal.
All right, we get back. Jess Spiegel, everything you know about Alabama, Auburn, right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's talk about some of our wonderful people. I tell you what, you're looking for a new roof. Kyle's not here today. He's doing some missionary work. Guy's incredible. If you want a new roof, you want something built, it's Vandy Roofing, general contracting. They design it, they build it, commercial, residential. They do it all. But if you're looking for a roof, that's where you want to go with. They do great work. Kyle Vandergriff, a legendary family, and we'll have him back in the studio next Friday. We got to make our picks for him, so let's make sure we screw him up.
Oh, let me do that.
Turf Pro Pest Control #1. You talking about locals? His daughter's a cheerleader at Mosley High School. He comes on the show every Monday.
Hey, I got to talk great about Turf Pro. Patrick over there, they take care of my baseball field. He sprays my field once a month, and he's doing a fabulous job. And he's taking over, going to do our football practice field now. Couldn't say more about the guy because he does a wonderful job.
Here you go. Say that again. This is locals taking care of locals. Patrick's incredible. Listen to him every Monday, 8:30, right here on ESPN. What is he doing for you?
So, if I'm out there and I see some weeds on my field, I call him up, Patrick, hey, what's going on? He's there. He answers the phone. He comes out there and he gives me, and when he sprays the field, it's him out there spraying my field. It's not one of his workers. Yes. It's him. He's passionate about what he does, and he does a wonderful job.
It's either going to be him or his wife. He makes her work. We'll be right back. 104.3.
Smart man.
We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your home for college football. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Coming up tomorrow, our college football games of the week. First, number 1 Ohio State visits number 17 Illinois. Coverage at 10:30, kickoff at 11. Then the Auburn Tigers are looking for a big win when they host the number 10 Georgia Bulldogs. Kickoff at 6:30 right here on your home for college football on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning, this is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, mostly sunny and a high of 77 with wind 18 to 22 miles per hour out of the north-northeast. Mostly clear skies tonight, a moderate breeze and cool near 64. Sunny and 81 tomorrow. 82 and sunshine with a gentle breeze Sunday. Monday, sunshine and a temperature about the same at 85. This is your Friday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Taco Bell is now on DoorDash in Port St. Joe. That's right, you can enjoy craveable tacos, burritos, and more delivered right to your door. Craving a late night snack? Taco Bell of Port St. Joe has you covered. Open until 1, 7 days a week. Plus, start your day off with their delicious breakfast menu. Available until 10 a.m. Taco Bell, where the craveable comes true. Taco Bell, now on DoorDash in Port St. Joe.
Go Tiger Sharks.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. And now from the J. Michaels Studios. The Alabama Auburn Update.
Roll Tide, y'all.
With Jeff Spiegel, sports anchor from Birmingham, Alabama's ABC 3340. The Alabama Auburn Update every Friday morning on the Coach Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest
I was the only one in here out of 4 people to say that.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
Right hand over your heart. This is the Alabama Update.
There you go. There you
what
go.
a week. I hope that wasn't on the TV.
I keep forgetting.
What a week we've had. You know, the lineup has been incredible. Chris Stewart did a great job Wednesday talking about the game this week versus Missouri.
I was jealous.
And Andy Burcham did an unbelievable job yesterday talking about the Georgia-Auburn game.
I listen to him every Saturday. 'Cause I'm usually in my car going back and forth from work or something.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
But let's just be honest. I don't know anybody can touch this legend.
Nah.
This guy is incredible. You ever watched 30 for 30, ESPN specials, anything about the SEC?
Legends of the Fall.
You'll hear this voice. You will hear this voice. And once you see that face, you'll be in. I mean, you'll be on it. The guy's incredible. Men fear him, women love him. The one and only Jeff Spiegel. Good morning, sir.
You know, I'm going to start a new documentary series, except I'm going to call it 20 for 20, because that 30 for 30 is a lot of work.
Well, buddy, you're going to earn your money today. We need some help. All the computer models from ESPN, I think it was ESPN, 24/7, CBS, one of them. They got their computer spit out all these final scores, and it came up with the main one. You throw everything together. You got the undefeated Missouri Tigers at home, 11 o'clock on ABC. They got Missouri 26, the Alabama Crimson Tide 24.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's take all the emotion out of it. Just go by the statistics. But like Chris Stewart pointed out, the schedule's a little bit different. Missouri hadn't played a Georgia on the road. They hadn't played a Florida State on the road. They had Vandy at home.
Right.
They've had their toughest games, probably South Carolina. You could maybe throw Kansas in there, and that's it. If you want to throw Kansas in there, I don't know if I'd throw Kansas as a tough opponent or not.
They're good offensively, but not a great team.
Yeah, but
you look at the stats, and they really jump out at you and just scream at you. You know, they run the ball incredibly well. You know, they've got 2 really good running backs, and don't forget, you know, one of Andy's running backs broke off a 65-yard touchdown run last weekend.
Yes, he did.
Now Alabama's defense, you know, got their act together and you know, figured all that out, and you know, corralled Diego Pavia. But they're also, you know, the number 1 rush defense, you know, in the league as well. So those are 2 important stats, you know, to point out. It is true. I mean, they haven't been as tested, you know, as Alabama is. But, you know, when you're playing a road game, you're playing at 11, and I think it's easier probably to play an 11 o'clock game on the road than it is at home, you know, because 11 o'clock, a lot of the fans are still not really woken up yet, or a lot of the, you know, people in the student section anyway.
Yeah.
But I think this team is on point. I think they've developed a business-like attitude. They've got a big chip on their shoulder that didn't magically fall off, all because, you know, they won a game at Georgia and they won an emotional game against Vanderbilt. I think that chip on their shoulder is going to stay with them, you know, for the rest of the year, because, you know, a lot of people were talking a lot of trash about them after the FSU game. And they've been playing with edge with anger ever since.
Yeah, James.
Some people still do.
Yeah. So, you know, they've got they've got the attention, of their fan base now, and I think everybody's, in tune and in accord, and it's I think everybody's in a good spot right now.
One thing too, people forget, and I didn't like this, and I've never seen it done before. I guess maybe there are a few other schools that do it. Then this is probably going to help Alabama with 11 o'clock kickoff. They practice in the morning, every morning. They don't do like anybody else. Every practice is in the morning, and they do different things in the afternoon. So that should help with 11 o'clock kickoff. And I always thought I would never want to play 11 o'clock on the road, but you just made a good point. I think we should force LSU to play all their games at 11 o'clock because the fans wouldn't be so liquored up and ready to go at night. Right, Brian? You know a lot about that.
I think the LSU
We got a tiger in here right now.
The LSU fan base would absolutely revolt against that.
I think they would adapt.
Listen, I'm telling you, they got to do something to switch that thing up down there because I don't know where Garrett Nussmeier's head is right now.
I don't know if it's is it his head or
switch up his sleep schedule or feeding schedule or passing schedule or whatever. They've got some issues.
We got some inside information right here. Go ahead.
Is it his head or is it something else physically? Like you hear rumors of a torn oblique or something like that's causing some problems with it.
There's got to be something. There's got to be something like that.
Yeah. I mean, he's not right.
All right. You mentioned Missouri. I don't care who they've played. That running back's good. The quarterback came from Penn State. He's really good. Dual threat. Everything's set up that looks like it's a big-time advantage for Missouri on the road, okay? Our defense, we're not a great tackling team like we've been in the past. We're not very physical on defense like we've been in the past. And you're going against the number one offense in the SEC. I think it might be the number one offense in the country, 547 yards a game. Their defense also in the SEC, they're second best in the SEC, only giving up total of 203 yards a game. If we get behind early, we're in trouble. And the keys to the game, and you tell me yours, Matt, these are mine. We got to start fast. We got to get a lead in the game. We can't get behind. We can't get stupid penalties. We got to protect if we're getting the penalties and we're taking sacks, we don't have a shot because we got to hit some big plays throwing the ball down the field. And I do think our receivers versus their secondary is a big-time Bama advantage if we give the quarterback time to throw the ball. Jeff, what are your keys to this football game?
Well, I would think so. I would think all those are on point. We talk about teams playing with a chip on their shoulder. I mean, how about Missouri? I mean, they're 26-5, I think, since 2023. But yet, there's still some people who are going, why are they in the SEC? And they really don't give them, much legitimacy, even though this guy's put together, back-to-back double-digit win seasons, and, they're off to a 5-0 start. So I'm not saying it's going to be a similar situation to when they went to Florida State and the anger that those guys played with in Tallahassee. But there's some disrespect being felt, like on behalf of the Missouri Tigers and Eli Drinkwitz and the fan base, I'm sure, even though they're ranked 14th in the nation. I mean, you can't say they're unrespected in that regard. But still, there's a pocket of people out there who think that, on 10 out of 10 days, an Alabama should be able to beat a Missouri no matter where you play them. And I think, Missouri's probably ready to prove a point that, that's not necessarily the case.
It's been 50 years since they beat. I was 18 years old when Missouri beat Alabama I believe it was in Birmingham, Alabama. I'll never forget that, week one of the season. They went the next year back to Missouri, and I listened to an old guy that played. He does radio for Missouri. I happened to be listening. I heard him talk about that. He goes, I played on that team. He said, you wouldn't believe the excitement all week about not only Alabama being there, but everybody was pumped up to see Paul Bear Bryant. Everybody wanted to see the Bear. And he said it was electric. He said we got up on them early. The place was going crazy. He said in the second half, he said Alabama had a great team. They won the national championship that year. And they came back and put it on in the second half. He said, but he said I've been covering Missouri football all these years. He said never been more electric. When Bama came back and played there, I think it was in '78. He said we feel it now. That people are pumped up or excited about this football game. He said, we can't wait. So we shall see what happens. Let's get this. Give us your pick. What's going to happen? Does Bama roll in there and pull out? Because I think it's going to be close if they win. I kind of lean towards Missouri right now. Who do you like in this one?
Well, I think Alabama's going to go up there and I'm not going to use the phrase "take care of business." I mean, it's not going to be that like easy or business like. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a struggle. I think anytime you play on the road, especially in this league where there's really no clear-cut number one team,
right?
In this league, because everybody's got flaws, and so. I think it's going to be key to stop Hardy and Roberts and tackle those guys and gang tackle those guys. If they can do that, I would take Ty Simpson right now at this point anywhere in the world and play a football game. We look back at that Florida State game, and Ty Simpson was not the issue, in Tallahassee. Ty Simpson's been playing, pretty good football week in and week out. I mean, there were many more issues that were more disturbing, than Ty Simpson in Tallahassee. So every week, this guy's just getting better and better. And I got Alabama winning a single-digit game. I think winning by a touchdown, and coming away with what will be a pretty big win.
Jeff, I want to say this to you. You mentioned about respect for Missouri. I'll say it one way, then I'm going to say it another way. Yeah, they are the last team to beat Ohio State from the SEC. But after a while, you keep hearing we beat Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. That was a long time ago. Now they got their point. They beat Bama. We can call them legit championship caliber team, maybe. So we shall see. But I got a lot of Missouri friends. They did beat Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. Got to give it to them.
With the third-string quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Freshman, third-string quarterback.
I mean, they scored
didn't know
0 points into the fourth quarter.
But since that game, they kind of think...
No, I think they're a great program. This is a very dangerous game for Alabama just because their rush offense is legit. I mean, I think their defensive ends are number one in pressure in the SEC. They got that Damon Wilson transfer from Georgia. This is not an easy game at all. To me, this is a coin flip being at Missouri and the time frame. So it's really going to be about turnovers, field position. Ty Simpson is playing as good as anybody at the quarterback position, and I think the wide receivers are a huge advantage for Alabama in this game. But if they can't stop the run, if early in this game, if Missouri's ripping off 5, 7, 8 yards, that's a problem for Alabama.
All right, we get back. We're going to jump into the Auburn Tigers. Jeff, we got to take a break. We got the legendary Jeff Spiegel from the great state of Alabama. We'll be right back. 104.3. I got time. I got to go. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Sorry about that.
Your home for the NFL. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This Sunday, it's an NFL triple header. First, the 4-1 Jacksonville Jaguars host the 3-2 Seattle Seahawks. Coverage from Everbank Stadium starts at 11, kickoff at noon. Then, Sunday Night Football with the 4-1 Detroit Lions at the 2-3 Kansas City Chiefs. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here on your home for the NFL on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, mostly sunny and a high of 77 with wind 18 to 22 miles per hour out of the north-northeast. Mostly clear skies tonight, a moderate breeze and cool near 64. Sunny and 81 tomorrow. 82 and sunshine with a gentle breeze Sunday. Monday, sunshine and a temperature about the same at 85. This is your Friday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com SBCConstruction.com.
If you got more A's on your truck than you did in high school, you might be a Bama fan. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
James Jenner. Hey! I'll never forget growing up in Montgomery, Alabama. We get on Wire Road, head up there. And the game, I remember going to watch a lot of Georgia Tech, Florida game. Auburn games and Georgia Tech. Looking down there and seeing Suge with that white hat on, that white little windbreaker he'd win. It was incredible, man. You could get tickets back in the day. It was special. Now, the bigger games, it was hard to get in, but I remember that. And I was an Alabama fan, but we had a bunch of us get in a car and go. Most of them were Auburn. About 3 of us were Alabama, but we enjoyed going there. We had great times. That place on Saturday night, like Saban says, haunted. They play at a different level. When that sun goes down, there's something about that place. It truly is. 2 years ago, Auburn almost pulled it off at home. Jeff, I got a feeling, and tell me if I'm crazy, and I love Kirby. I think that's the biggest difference in the game, that Georgia has Kirby Smart, and the quarterback, I think, is a little bit better. But you look at the last 4 games played there, they've all one score difference in the outcome. One score at Auburn, and this is at night. Auburn's defense is outstanding. Georgia's offense is pretty good. But I'm telling you, man, could this be what Florida did to Texas out of nowhere? Dead man walking. Hugh Freeze kind of a dead man walking right now. Not to the point of Billy Napier. But if he loses this one, we can start getting the shovels out. What do you think? Can Auburn do like Florida did, stun the world, upset Georgia on a beautiful Saturday night?
By the way, I nailed that pick last week, picking Texas to hammer Florida like I did. That didn't turn out too well.
We can play that back. We can have the court reporter play that back for you.
He wasn't here, so we didn't tell him anything.
Well, speaking of playing things back, I don't know if you remember, but back in August, when I saw that this game was going to be at night, I'm pretty sure, well, I'm 100% sure that I picked Auburn to win this game. And I still feel really good about that pick. And I'll go back to the point that I made earlier about there's no team that you look at and you go, holy cow, they're that much better than that team. Like as many problems as Auburn had offensively in the last 2 road games, there's a reason that Georgia's only favored by 4.5 in this thing. Because Georgia hasn't really created much separation, between themselves and a lot of the teams in this league. Because, they've got issues. They're not rushing the passer very well. Well, Auburn's not protecting the passer very well. So who can do what they can't do better, in this game? And so I feel like with Auburn coming back home, the crowd behind them, and if they can eliminate the pre-snap penalties, forget the holding penalties, just eliminate the false start penalties, because as much criticism as Hugh Freeze is getting, for play calling, well, you can take the most amazing play caller in the world, Lane Kiffin, Sark, roll them out, name them. You're not as good a play caller at 3rd and 11 as you are at 3rd and 3.
Right.
And when you start off 1st and 15 and second and 12 and all that, it really eliminates your ability to be an amazing play caller.
Yeah. Everything you said is perfect. You go in the ball game and you're like, everybody's like, well, Auburn's offense, they're terrible. Yeah, they have been, but they lost to 2 teams ranked 5th and 6th in the country. And here's another thing. Okay, Auburn's passing attack. You got to give him time. He holds on the ball too long and all that kind of stuff. Well, guess what? Georgia ranks 107th for tackles for loss against everybody they play. That's not typical Georgia football. They also are 116th in the nation in sacks. So, just like you pointed out, their weakness is the same weakness Auburn has on offense. So that has to kind of favor Auburn being out. The biggest difference in this ball game is my opinion. is the head coach. And I like Hugh Freeze. He's a Southern Mississippi graduate, the Harvard of the South, so you know he's highly intelligent. But Kirby Smart, to me, is the best. And I got to give the credit up at Ohio State some, too, Day. I used to think he was the great. He's doing some things up there now that makes me think he might be one of the best, if not. But to me, the difference in this ball game is the coach, the head coach. If Hugh Freeze will stick with a running attack, like you pointed out, not get behind the sticks and give Auburn a chance, then I think Auburn can pull off the upset. But if it's going to be on coaching decisions, you got to go with Kirby, I think. You don't. Hello?
Wildcat.
Go take his damn joke. Wildcat. You there?
Hello?
You hear us?
Jeff?
Yeah, I'm here. I kind of lost you guys for a second, but you were talking about Kirby.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% in agreement with you on that. I think, just as I would take Ty Simpson anywhere to coach a football game, I'd take Kirby Smart anywhere or to quarterback a game. I'd take Kirby Smart anywhere to coach a game. What they did at Tennessee, or by the way, I think Tennessee is, one of the best teams in the country. They go to Knoxville and they win a game like they did. Kirby is amazing in those pressure situations. He's 9-1 against Auburn, and you can even take away that loss in 2017 because they came back in the SEC championship game and beat them in the SEC championship game. So you could, you could kind of wipe that off the slate if you want to. But I think you're right. I mean, if Auburn can establish the run, avoid the pre-snap penalties, and there's going to be so much juice in that building. Now, what Kirby wants to do and the Dogs want to do is take away that juice. And the way you do it is just establish your authority early, give them nothing to cheer about. Make sure the only thing they have to cheer about is Cam Newton getting his number retired. Make sure that's the only thing those Auburn fans have to cheer about.
Yeah.
That's Georgia's job. But if Auburn gets some momentum, the crowd gets into it, and everything starts rolling their way, then that's where Georgia's going to be in some trouble.
And the problem Georgia's had in every game that I've watched, the Tennessee, the Alabama game, they start slow. And if they start slow at Auburn, watch out. I think they could pull it off the upset. I think they've got to be like Alabama. They got to take control early in the ball game, not get behind. And if they do that, then I don't know if Auburn have a shot. But if they start slow in this ball game and he gets that offense rolling, because Auburn's defense, man, they've lost 2 games on the road, the number 5 and 6 team in the country, on the road. And those were close games. If they hit a couple of passes in either one of those games, they're undefeated right now. Or even call
the penalty against Oklahoma. That's a different ball game.
Yeah, this team could very easily be undefeated. And then other times they look pathetic. The offensive line, the penalties, him not throwing the ball on time. And a lot of it goes to play. He's not a drop-back passer.
No.
He's not. So, and who knows? That maybe they got him. This could be just like Florida. We were saying the same thing about Florida last week, about the quarterback play. 5 interceptions, everything. Who knows, man? Hugh Freeze might have some magic up his sleeves. This is a great one. Jeff, all right, before we let you go today, give us a score. Give us the score of the Auburn Tigers at home, 6:30 on ABC. Listen to it right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Andy Burcham does a great job. I love Andy. What's the score going to be?
Well, I'm going to stick with the pick I made back in August. I'm going to pick Auburn to win this game, and I'm going to say it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 21-17 is what I'm thinking. So
it has to be a low scoring. Yeah, I'm with you. It has to be a low scoring game for Auburn to win.
Yeah, last week or a couple of weeks ago, or whenever Alabama Georgia played, the season's just flying by, but we had a 71% share for that game on ABC.
Wow.
Yeah, 71% of the TVs were watching that game. Now, what the other 29% of people were doing, I mean, those poor people, I don't know what they were doing, but we had a lot of eyes, on that, and there'll be a lot of eyes on this one too.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, we appreciate you, buddy. You have a great weekend. Tell my daughter I said hello. I know y'all going to be busy next week, man. You got lots. Real quick, tell everybody what y'all got going on next week. You got race car going on, everything.
It's ridiculous. We got Alabama and Auburn playing exhibition basketball games in Birmingham. We've got an NBA exhibition game It's race week at Talladega. I mean, we've got high school football. We got Alabama, Tennessee. We got Auburn, Missouri. It's one of the busiest weeks like I've ever been a part of at this station. So, I don't know what kind of shape we're going to be in when it's all over, but we're still young. We still have a lot of vigor. Your daughter's a lot younger than I am, so I may not make it, but we'll see.
Jeff, I would really appreciate you doing this for me. I know there's a lot of disappointment up there in Birmingham at your station, but I got to stick to my, I got principles. I told the owner this is the amount of money I'd have to come relieve you guys, and I'm not going to budge. I'm not going to budge. So anyway, hey, man, we love you. We'll talk to you next week. God bless you. Have a great weekend.
Hey, y'all have a good one.
Thank you, sir. The legend right there, Jeff Spiegels, incredible. He's been covering Alabama football, Auburn, 1983. I remember going back and when they started doing those specials about the SC and stuff, he'd be on there all the time. You could hear his voice. They show him on there. He's covered a lot of stuff in his lifetime. He's the best. He's truly outstanding. A legend in the Southeastern Conference, no doubt about that. Worried about these games, some big games being played. Real quick, how much time I got? All right, let's do it. Let's talk about some of our great people. Today, if you're in Lynn Haven, only one place you need to go, Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Pat Perno's the city commissioner over there, does an incredible job, no doubt about that. His restaurant's second to none. The way they treat you like family, get out there and have a great time. All you Mosley Dolphins, get out there tonight. There's no game. Go out there and have a little victory party at Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. You're down that way, go see Russ and Amber. Russ is a big-time 49ers fans, and I tell you what, they got a good quarterback. Where did he play at? What school is this? Oh, Alabama. No wonder.
That was coming.
Yeah. Where are they located?
They're located at 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven. 76 days till Christmas. So better get your stuff together.
Hey, skin cancer can be deadly. Jason had an issue. He was looking at it. We could see it. Jim and I were talking behind his back. It didn't look right. Didn't feel right. He went and got it checked out, and he's okay now. That can happen for you. 5 minutes, all it takes. Go see Dr. Ward and listen to him every Wednesday right here on Northwest Florida. Also, J. Michael's Restaurant, the legendary J. Michael's. I will be there for lunch today. I think Julie's going to go with me. Crisp fish, it's a healthy option. Grilled fish over bed of rice, peppers, onions, special sauce. It's incredible. The best seafood, ice cold beer, steaks, burgers, the biggest pork chop you'll get anywhere at the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. We got him in the studio right now. If I was a baseball coach, if I was a head baseball coach, and I wanted to win, I wanted to do the best I would look for every edge for my play. Matter of fact, I'd have you come talk to my entire baseball team.
It's not a bad idea. We can make that happen.
Yeah, or you guys can come in the store. I can lead you around. We could have a team meeting with them and just show them things. I can give them a basic nutrition guide on what to eat, when to eat it, and stuff like that.
Am I not good? Am I not good?
Easy.
But we do have two great locations. One on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. We have our free sample bar. We got our InBody 570 to track results. Those are free for our customers. And we're also located in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
We'll be right back. 104.3. We got our college picks. Get your pocketbook up. Get on the phone with Vegas. We're getting ready to help you out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Only 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida could bring sports fans like you an app this powerful. The sports content you crave is always on. Live stream us everywhere you go. Now with upgraded programming and live game schedules, you'll always know when the Atlanta Braves and your favorite games are playing. Plus, interact with our local hosts in real time and so much more. The new app for the sports fanatic is available at the Apple Store and Google Play. From 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
No one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl. Your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. This is the Lorelei Leighton Hale Radio Network right here out of beautiful, the Panhandle, the paradise. The only place in the country you want to live is the Panhandle.
Don't you?
Are you going to pick first today?
I love my all three of them. They made me happy.
Are you going to pick first today?
No, I got to do all the heavy work.
Cheat, man.
No. Brian, for really 20 years, Bay County has been known for baseball throughout the state. It seems like football is starting to catch up a little bit now.
Yes.
You see what's going on at Bay High School. You see what Mosley. And we're probably going to have another championship, another playoff team, Bozeman or Rutherford. We're hoping we'll get a North. Somebody else is going. We're going to have three. We're going to have three in the playoffs. That's incredible for us. It's been down so long. Do you see? Everybody's getting baseball rolling. It never stops. I understand that. Does it continue? We're still going to have some great baseball teams here in Bay County.
Absolutely. There's a lot of talent in Bay County in baseball. It's very competitive. I've got 25 juniors and seniors in my program that can play baseball anywhere, and there's a lot of talent in Bay County right now, and it's going to be a fun season. Mosley's going to be really talented again. Arnold's going to compete. They've got some good pitching. It's going to be a fun season for baseball.
Can't wait, man. It's getting closer and closer.
Yeah, we're working right now. Everybody's playing fall ball. We played in a tournament at Gulf Coast last weekend, and we're just all working, trying to get better, trying to get our teams where they need to be for the spring.
All right. Let's jump ahead to these picks. We got some tough ones to make. Let's break them down. Let's start in the Big Ten. Let's start Michigan making that big road trip to play. I still think USC's got great playmakers. Offense, they're outstanding. Defense seems to be the question mark again for USC. Michigan, they seem to be getting better. That freshman quarterback every week seems to get better. They probably made the best running back in college football. He's tearing up every week. What plays out in L.A.? Does Michigan go out there and continue to build on this season? Maybe at the end of the year, this huge game we might see in Ann Arbor, or do they go down this week? Jim, we'll start with you.
I've watched both of them a lot because they're both obviously in the Big Ten. USC is way better than they've been. Are they better on defense? Yeah, they're a little better, but they're really good on offense. And Michigan is really good running the ball. That Haynes kid, how Alabama let him slide out ought to be under investigation. Because every game I've seen Michigan, he gets at least one 50-yard touchdown. Every game.
Yeah.
Against everybody. I think it's going to be a close game, but I don't think Michigan can get in a shootout with USC. For them to win, it's going to have to be low scoring, like 24-17, 21-7. I don't think they can do that. I think USC is going to win. Because they just have a lot more on offense. They got a lot of weapons. They really do. USC
gets it done. They outscore Michigan. And the reason I said all these great things about him, I heard it from people who were up there that, I had some inside information. I knew he was good coming out of high school. But you can remember before the season started, I said, this guy's different, man. This guy is unbelievable. If they let him run enough, he could win a Heisman. They blew it. They blew it.
Yeah.
So he leaves.
To me, this is a litmus test for USC and Riley. I mean, this is a game that you have to be more physical than Michigan. I don't know if they're there yet. I mean, you look at the defense; they've been gashed. Illinois gashed them. They're going to have to block Michigan up front, which is their strength of their defense. That front four. I just see this being a bully game where Michigan goes in there, is just more physical and runs it down the throat.
Out there, you get all
That's the only thing
records.
that makes me nervous. But to me, Michigan's way more physical, and this has been Lincoln Riley's kryptonite throughout his career. I mean, they just can't stop that physical run game, and on defense, they haven't been able to block up front against physical teams. So I'm just going to lean towards a more physical team, and I think Underwood's playing better. I think Haynes is going to get 150, and I think it is like a 17-14, maybe 21-17 type game, and I think Michigan pulls it off.
And we go back, the loss that USC had, but it was on the road.
For sure.
And they were a physical football team, pounded.
They can't wait to get home to play in front of 10,000 people.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's a little better for USC. Maybe 20,000.
Yeah.
This one's hard, man.
I went back and forth on this one because USC's way more skilled at the wide receiver spot.
But what you said though.
But if they can't block them,
they can keep the ball away from USC's offense.
That's what I see. That's how I see the game playing out.
That's how Michigan's going to have to win.
Yeah, they've done this to Ohio State last year. I mean, it was a 13-10 game. They had like 40 minutes of possession. I got Michigan in this game.
Brian?
Bryce Underwood, I've got a bad taste in my mouth about that dude since he transferred from LSU. He committed to LSU and then transferred to Michigan. I think the big key to me is the travel Michigan's going to have to do to go out to the West Coast. I think that's going to be a big difference. I'm going with UCLA on this one. USC.
Okay. All right. I went back and forth. The quarterback's getting better. They're a more physical football team. I always like defense. On the road, you got to win with defense in the kicking game. I don't know how good Michigan is in the kicking game. It's hard to trust Lincoln Riley.
That's my biggest issue with this game.
I don't know what to do in this one. I'm gonna go Michigan for Michigan, Eddie. I don't know. I like Michigan more traditionally than USC, so I don't feel good about this pick at all.
The only thing I don't feel good is that time zone that they've been talking about.
I might call later. I might call y'all later.
The problem is you're here
Wouldn't
today.
be the first time.
You're on camera, like 5 of them with your picks.
It doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Indiana at Oregon. I'll go first. That bothers me here. Then why did you pick Michigan? The trip. That's tough. Man, Indiana, I watched them. They're good. I was shocked how good their skill players were. I was shocked how good they were. But then that's hard to go against Oregon. I don't know which way to go with this one. I'm going to Oregon. I think Oregon wins. I'm going to go with Oregon. I think they have a better top-to-bottom roster. I like Landing. But, hell, how can you go against Indiana's coach? He's really good.
And that quarterback.
This is going to be a good game.
Their quarterback's throwing like 76%, 0 interceptions
This is a good
in the
game.
season.
It's going to be – I'm going to go Oregon. I got Oregon.
Let me add my 2 cents while I'm still fresh in my mind here. I watch the Big Ten channel network at home every day, and they talk obviously a lot about that game. And Oregon is 41-1 at home in the last however many years.
Yeah.
So both teams are really good. They have a lot of playmakers, but I think Oregon's just a little bit more of a big-time player right now than Indiana is. Indiana went up against the big boys last year, and it didn't work out real well.
Yeah.
Now, they dog-walked Illinois, but Illinois is not Oregon.
Right.
So I think it's going to be a close game, but I like Oregon too. Close. Real close.
I think they have one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. Ohio State went out there last year, lost a shootout, very tough place to play. The last play of the game really was affected by the crowd. I do think Indiana's better than last year, but I just don't know if they're still in that upper tier with Ohio State, with Oregon. I got Oregon at home. I think they are a complete team this year.
And our guest picker, the head coach, Bozeman Baseball, the legendary Brian Norman. Who do you got?
I've got Oregon. I think their coaching staff does a great job of game planning their opponents, and it's a home game for them. So I'm going with Oregon.
When you're 41-1, you
right.
You got a chance. I didn't know that. All right, Northwestern at Penn State.
Penn State big for me.
Yeah.
I'll make it
bounce back.
Absolutely. Yeah, he has to. I mean,
Jim.
Yeah, you would think if he's not going to bounce back here, when's he going to bounce back? Yeah, Penn State big.
If he doesn't bounce back, he's going to bounce out.
Yeah, he's going to bounce out.
Yeah. All right. This one, if you're really going to bet, and the point, I think it's 14. I think you get 14. Ohio State, and they had a big win over USC, no doubt about that. But Ohio State's 3-1 covering the spread. So if you're going to bet, I think this is a good one to go with. I think you can win this one. I think they do beat them by 4. I think it's going to be close for a while. It's going to be just like Washington. It's going to be a little close for a little while, and then you just see the talent, the physical. They're just better. They just got a lot better players than Illinois. I think if you want to make some money, bet this one. Cover.
Thanks for jinxing this.
No, I do. I do. I think that, because I'm thinking about doing this. I'm thinking about betting this one. I think Ohio State covers. It's 14. I think you can get 14. It was maybe 14.5. I think you can get 14.
I think it's 14.
Yeah.
I do think this will be the biggest test for Ohio State's defense. Altmaier's throwing like 76%, 13 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. When you can take care of the football and you're playing at home and it's an 11 o'clock game, I think they're going to have some success, more success than the other teams have had in the past. But I just do think a complete team, Ohio State's just better.
Everybody got the Buckeyes?
Yes.
Okay.
Not to cover them.
No, I don't think they're going to cover. I don't think they're going to cover.
Ooh.
I think this is going to be a tougher game.
Scare me a little bit. Now, I do. I think they're going to cover. You think they're going to cover?
Yes.
I'm with you. Yes. All right, Boston College, Clemson. We got to take a break. Boston College, Clemson.
Clemson.
Boston College not having a good year.
No,
they're not. Clemson. Everybody got Clemson. Okay, let me do one more. Take a Wildcat. Let me find the cupcake. Okay, everybody got Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Yes. Who are they playing?
Washington State.
That's a game I would look at. 31.5 is not enough. Washington State's terrible.
Terrible. Okay, we'll get back. We'll finish this up. Leave it right here on 104.3. Jason, I'm going to give you some time. Talk about that wonderful store, the great people you got working for you, 2 wonderful locations. Tell them where it's at.
Yeah, we're on in 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. We do have some deals going on right now. Our Transparent Labs is 15% off. So if you're an athlete, they don't use any artificial colors, sweeteners. It's certified for NCAA athletes, so you don't have any risk of taking anything that could be tainted. So Transparent Labs is a great line that we have for 15% off. We got it at the cheapest prices, either online or in the Panama City area. So come down, utilize our free sample of our trial, some of their proteins. They got mass gainers for young guys if you're trying to put on some size. They got a creatine HMB mix. It's really good for helping build muscle and recovery. But come down and see us. We're also located in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
I tell you, I got to do this pretty quick here. Turpro Pest Control, can't say no good things about Patrick. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here. Vandy Roofing, you're looking for a roof, you go local, you go Vandy Roofing. Legendary family. Also Steve's Bike Shop since 1979. Nobody does a better job than Steve. His shop is down there on 23rd Street, across from Sam's. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. He got a large selection of brand new and used. He's also the swim coach at Mosley. And I love Jason Stevenson, Eric and Jess. You can't say enough good things about him. Chad Mitchell, the legend. Jason Kovaleski, John and Charlotte. I love John and Charlotte. Kathy does a great job for them. Will, all of them. Get one down to Newbies Two on the Curve. Watch that game. Watch all the games down there. Then head on down to the mothership. If you're in town, go to St. Andrews, the big, beautiful blue facility. Dr. Ward, love him. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And we're at the local, legendary J. Michael Studios in beautiful Panama City Beach, and we'll be right back.
It's the PCB Hobby Takeover with Todd. Mondays at 5:20 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
That is a very high-end card and very rare.
Todd talks about coins, trading cards, collectibles, and the amazing stories behind them.
It was the first one that's ever come through my door.
Plus, we'll be taking your calls and questions at 850-215-6290. The PCB Hobby Takeover.
A platform for you to do your hobby.
Mondays at 5:20 on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, mostly sunny and a high of 77 with wind 18 to 22 miles per hour out of the north-northeast. Mostly clear skies tonight, a moderate breeze and cool near 64. Sunny and 81 tomorrow. 82 and sunshine with a gentle breeze Sunday. Monday, sunshine and a temperature about the same at 85. This is your Friday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumberyard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida.
Los
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
We're proud to bring you the most popular cars in the world, like the stylish Camry and the sporty Corolla. Get award-winning style and 1.99% APR on a new Camry, named the best new model by Kelley Blue Book. Plus, you get 90 days until you make your first payment. Curb appeal comes standard on the new Corolla. Designed to wow from the inside out. Get 3.49% APR plus 90 days until your first payment. Panama City Toyota, your Camry and Corolla headquarters.
Offers end November 3rd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com for details.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
Kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got some legends here today. Jim Brandt, college head football coach, unbelievable career. And, of course, Brian Norman, what he's done in Bay County is incredible. The man from LSU. Women still, hearts are broken. I hear stories about how he was at LSU is incredible. And, of course, Jason Kovaleski, men fear him, women love him. And nobody's respected more than this guy. The Wildcat himself.
Absolutely.
Living legend.
The glue.
You are so full of it, dude.
You and James
What do you
Brown.
want? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
I'll tell you something, Jim.
After the show, we need to talk. No, but really, the time you spent with
I ain't got no money.
James Brown. Your life story is incredible.
He wants what's in that mason jar back there.
He taught James Brown all those dance moves.
All those moves, yeah.
That was really wild.
Hey, they're about the same height, really. We gotta go. We gotta get this done. All right, let's jump into this. Pitt at Florida State, 11 o'clock. Do they make one loss turn to two losses or what?
No, but I do think it's a closer game than people will think. It'll be close to three quarters.
I know Florida State, but it's going to be close. It's going to be competitive.
I got FSU.
Yeah, FSU.
FSU, big time. Gus going to have it rolling. All right, let's go. Arkansas, Tennessee. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be surprised. Tennessee's really good. No doubt about that. It's at Tennessee. I get that. You got a new defensive coordinator. You got a new offensive coordinator, Arkansas. He wants to keep this job. They're going to play hard. I think they're going to look a lot better than what people think.
Tennessee.
You read my mind. Tennessee at home.
Not so fast, my friend.
Yeah. Yes. They actually got the better deal of the quarterback situation with Nico going to UCLA. So I think they're way more explosive.
Jim knows me, man.
But take the over in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, I got Tennessee.
Yeah, I think
they get it done. It's going to be close, but they get it done.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's going to be close.
This going to be in the 30s.
Let's jump into your team. South Carolina at LSU. So far, one of my big. But you know what? Disappointed. They've only lost one game to the number 4 team in the country.
Right.
So it's not like they can still win the SEC.
And they beat Clemson. Well, wait a minute. Clemson's not very good this year.
Right.
They can still win it all. Everything's in front of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And they still have one of the best defenses in the country, and they're playing in Tiger Stadium at 6:30 at night.
At night. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
Saturday night, they don't lose many.
No, not at all. I think.
Oh, I got LSU.
Everybody.
Oh, LSU.
I think about 10, 14.
LSU.
Sellers just hasn't been great this year.
South Carolina let us down, man. They're not like we thought. And who knows? They got a lot of football to be played. And everything's changed. We're like the NFL now. All right, I'm trying to decide which one to go next. Let's go to Red River. Stark is in a play. Every game's a playoff. They've already lost. They got the best loss in the country, and they got the worst loss in the country. I mean, really, if you
Penn State, I think has the worst.
Penn State has the worst.
Yeah, I forgot.
But they're 1B.
Yeah,
we'll give them 1B.
But now we say that, but Florida wins against A&M. Everything changes that. They might wind up having 2 really good losses. Everything's in front of them. They can win out. They're still in. They lose this one, who knows? And Oklahoma, this is a hard one for me. Oklahoma quarterback, I don't think he's playing. But their defense, their defense is kind of like Florida's.
They say it was probable.
Yeah.
Material.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Who do you like? Jason, break it down.
I just haven't seen anything from that Texas offense that would scare me. I mean, and Oklahoma has
and they didn't have an open
defense.
week to get anything correct.
Venables is a legit defensive coordinator, and he's running that defense. So, man, it just feels like Oklahoma should win. I know Texas is probably going to, sneak in there and do something different and play a lot better this week. But I just got to go based on what I've seen so far in the season. I got to go Oklahoma.
Got to go Oklahoma. Who you got?
I go Oklahoma too. If I knew that Mateer was 100%,
right,
I would definitely take Oklahoma all the way. Venable, you look at their statistics. Venable's defense is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're
top 4 or 5 in the country in every
they're
category.
just doing a great job. From a couple of years ago, there's
Auburn
no
was one big play away. Okay, and that was at Oklahoma.
But you trust Manning?
I'm gonna go Oklahoma.
I got Oklahoma. I mean, you look at Arch Manning, kind of same boat as Garrett Nussmeier. Those two quarterbacks were leading the race for Heisman at the beginning of the season, and both of them have been quite disappointing. I got to go with Oklahoma.
I'll call you. I'd have to. No, Oklahoma. I'm just going to try to. I don't know. I don't feel good about this pick. I am going to pick Oklahoma. But you go back and look at the history of this. Oklahoma's got more championships, more everything than Texas, which I didn't realize that. Heisman Trophy, national everything.
The one thing that concerns me, Texas got their back against the wall. They can't lose this if they want to be in the playoffs, and this is a team that everybody had as number 1 preseason, so they're going to come out guns a-blazing.
Here we go, Florida, Texas A&M. I want to pick Florida big time. I think they can do it. I think they can rely on that defense. The offense seems to answer the question. But here you go, 1-10 on the road, 1-10 ranked opponents, Billy Napier.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's on the road. He is. And so you go with history.
Yeah, it's Kyle Field. It's Kyle Field. Yeah.
Who you going with?
Man, if this was at home, I'd pick Florida. But and Lagway's been inconsistent. I can't trust that he's going to be as good as he was last week, especially in that environment. I got A&M at home.
All right, Jim.
A&M.
Brian.
Texas
that was before
A&M.
the 1-10. I didn't know that.
I'm telling you, I really, truly want to pick Florida. I got a feeling they're going to do it, but I don't want to lose to you guys.
I'll say this: that defense is legit.
I regret
top
this.
5
I'm telling you right now,
country.
y'all remember next week I said this. I regret this pick because I really think Florida's going to win this game, but I'm putting my money on A&M because they're at home. I don't really believe in their quarterback. He's up and down. You saw him against Notre Dame.
Right.
They've had close games. And again, we're like the NFL. These are all going down to 1 or 2 possessions. It's not going to shock me a bit. Matter of fact, I think they're going to win it, but I'm going to go A&M because I don't want to get behind you guys. There's a reason sometimes I pick the way.
Dallas Wilson's back, though. That's a difference maker.
All right, let's go. Alabama, 11 o'clock kickoff. We can't tackle well. Our secondary does not tackle well. We're not tackling defense. We're not good. They can control the game. And another thing, that quarterback can run, and that's killed us in the past. They could stay on the field the whole game. This is going to be a tough game for Alabama. If we win, it's going to have to be a high go over. It has to be over for Alabama to win. Jason, what's going to happen?
Man, I've been wrestling with this one. I really would probably lean Missouri, but I just think Ty Simpson's playing at a high level. Their receivers are just on a different level. I think if they can get them into like a 37-31 type of shootout, I just don't see Missouri keeping up. But if they get behind, then I can see Missouri controlling the clock. Give me Alabama. I think Ty Simpson's playing as good as anybody at the quarterback position, and their weapons on the outside are just phenomenal.
Jim, who you got?
Alabama, but it's going to be a tough game. They better bring their big boy pants.
Who you got?
I got Missouri. I mean, this is a business trip for Alabama, but it's a passionate game for Missouri.
Missouri's got something to prove. They're at home. I'm going Missouri.
If they get up 14 points, watch out.
All right, real quick. We got to go. We got to go quickly. This game, I got a gut feeling Auburn's going to pull it out. Who you like?
I like Kirby. I think he's going to dial up some blitzes. That offensive line's not been very good. Give me Georgia in a very, very close game.
All right. Jim.
Georgia.
All right, I got a good friend listening. I hope she's still listening right now, and I got to say this for her, but War Eagle.
There you go.
All right. I'm with you, man. I think Auburn's going to pull the biggest upset. Hugh Freeze can save his job. I can't go against Kirby Smart. I love him. I got Georgia. The only reason, because I love Kirby. And I'm going to change my Missouri pick to Alabama. I got to go Alabama.
Plus, the second loss right now is harmful.
Yep. Roll Tide. We're out. 104.3. Thank you, Coach. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Coming up tomorrow.